It's Sunday, and I'm wrapping up the week by summarizing this week's theme: Too Good to Be True, How to Spot and Stop Financial Scams Before It's Too Late. In case you missed any of the episodes, here are the most important takeaways from this week. The first one is to be cautious and always on guard. AI right now is incredibly sophisticated. It's getting better literally every second. What that allows for is very realistic, believable text messages, images, videos, voice recordings, allowing people to be scammed much easier because that person that is talking to them on the other line, that's an AI voice, it sounds like their grandchild asking for money. Or in the case of a story I shared with you earlier this week, Brad Pitt impersonator. So it's hard to keep up with every little trend in terms of scams. But if you're cautious and always on guard and you take a pause, don't act immediately. The scammers are trying to get you to act before you think. And so if you can think before you act and make it a rule to never respond to unsolicited text messages, emails, phone calls that you weren't expecting, it's going to go a long way. I mentioned how I never pick up or reply to any text messages or phone calls that I receive if the number is not already in my contacts. It works quite well. I get tons of scam text messages, emails, not as much phone calls anymore. It's mostly like text messages and emails. But if you're on guard for those and you pause and don't reply immediately, they're relying on manipulation and a sense of urgency or fear and intimidation to get you to act right now before you think. Okay, and the last one is I see this too often. Most of you listening do not have good password security and you're not using multi-factor authentication often enough. Multi-factor authentication is when you log into a website, you have to enter like a separate code or something like that. You want to, at a minimum, have it for any like financial related, anything secure where you have like sensitive information. You always want to have the multi-factor authentication set up. Using Face ID, like when you log in with your phone, is another one that's helpful. And then in conjunction with that, you want to beef up your password security by using a password manager. And that allows you to have a unique password for every single website that is stored and saved securely. It's encrypted. It's not on the notepad on your phone. I'm talking to you. You know who you are. That's all of you. It allows you to have unique passwords so you're not duplicating anything, because guess what? They guess the password. They get it right. It's not hard to guess your dog's name followed by your year of birth, which is like what half of you are using as your password right now for every single website that you log into, because hey, remembering passwords is really difficult. And so you have like 100 different passwords to remember. It's like, of course you're going to duplicate those. No, we cannot do that. It's very dangerous because once they get access to one password, one website, they put it into all the other websites and they all of a sudden get access to multiple places, including very often bank accounts, investment accounts, emails, etc. So a password manager prevents that because it allows you to have a very secure and very unique password for every single website that you utilize. I use a password manager. It's incredible. It takes so much of the burden off of having to save passwords and remember those passwords, because it takes care of it for you and it makes it super easy. All right. If you're enjoying the podcast, please subscribe and follow so you never miss an episode. Leave a review. I do read all the reviews and your feedback helps me improve the podcast. It helps new listeners find the show because it's good for the algorithm. If people are leaving reviews, that tells Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc., that, hey, people are actually engaging with this show. They're listening to it. They're getting value from it. And of course, share the podcast. If you have a friend or a family member who's getting close to retirement, they can probably hopefully benefit from listening at least every so often. And if you're interested in learning more about working with me, you can check out my website, truenorthra.com. You can book a free 15-minute call with me, clicking the link in the upper right-hand corner of the homepage. I love hearing from listeners. I love getting your emails. I love chatting with you on the phone, and I'm happy to chat about anything on your mind regarding your retirement with no strings attached. All right, tomorrow I'm starting a brand new theme and I haven't figured out what that is yet. I know I've been talking about the markets a lot, navigating markets in turmoil and tariffs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of waiting to see if markets calm down a little bit because I know it is very top of mind right now with everything going on with the markets and the economy and what the heck is going on. So we'll see. I'm starting a brand new theme, but it's TBD at this point. So I hope you have a blessed Sunday. My name is Ashley Michike, and this is the Retirement Quick Tips Podcast.